Welcome to 6 Fish 9 Ways Cook Like a Pro. You think you know fish, eh? Think you've got the palate of a damn food critic? Well, listen up, you donkey. Today, we're diving headfirst into the culinary abyss, tackling 6 different fish and 9 bloody brilliant cooking methods. We're talking techniques that will transform you from a fish-fearing fool into a kitchen maestro. Whether you're a seasoned chef or a clueless rookie who wouldn't know a fillet from a flip-flop, this is your masterclass. Alright, you muppets, let's kick things off with a classic grilled salmon. This ain't rocket science, but even a simple dish can go horribly wrong if you're a complete moron in the kitchen. First, crank up that grill. We want it screaming hot. None of that low and slow rubbish. We're searing this salmon, not putting it to sleep. Next, grab your salmon fillet. It should be fresh, firm and smell of the bloody ocean, not like something died in your fridge. Pat it dry with a paper towel. We want a nice crispy skin, not a soggy mess. Now, for the seasoning, don't overcomplicate things. Salt, pepper, a drizzle of olive oil, that's all you need. Don't even think about drowning it in fancy marinades. You'll just mask the natural flavor of the fish. Now lay that salmon skin side down on the grill. Listen for that sizzle. That's the sound of culinary perfection. Don't you dare touch it. Let it cook undisturbed for about 4 to 5 minutes. You want those beautiful grill marks, not mangled flesh. Now gently flip it over. See how the flesh has turned opaque? That's what we want. Another few minutes and it's done. Remember, a perfectly cooked salmon should be flaky and moist, not dry and rubbery like your last date's chicken. Next up, we're tackling pan-seared tuna. This is a dish for those who like their food fast, furious, and bursting with flavor. First, get yourself a screaming hot pan. We're talking volcanic. Add a splash of oil, just enough to coat the bottom. Now, the star of the show, the tuna. Choose a nice thick cut. We want it seared on the outside but still pink and juicy in the center. Season it generously with salt and pepper. Remember, seasoning is key. Now, gently lay the tuna in the pan. Listen to that sizzle. We want a beautiful golden crust. Sear it for about a minute on each side, then turn down the heat. Add a knob of butter to the pan, along with some garlic and herbs if you're feeling fancy. Spoon the melted butter over the tuna, basting it continuously. This will keep it moist and add another layer of flavor. Keep an eye on the tuna. It's done when the center is still slightly pink. Don't you dare overcook it. Remove it from the pan and let it rest for a few minutes. This will allow the juices to redistribute, resulting in a more tender and flavorful tuna. For this next dish, we're going for something a little more refined: poached cod. This is a dish that screams elegance, but don't worry, you lot can handle it. Poaching may sound intimidating, but it's actually quite simple. First, get yourself a large saucepan and fill it with enough liquid to cover the cod. You can use water, stock, or even wine if you're feeling adventurous. Add some aromatics to the liquid: bay leaves, peppercorns, lemon slices, anything to infuse it with flavor. Bring the liquid to a simmer. Don't let it boil. Now gently lower the cod fillets into the liquid. They should be completely submerged. Cover the pan and let it poach for about 8 to 10 minutes, or until the fish is cooked through. To test for doneness, insert a knife into the thickest part of the fish. It should flake easily. Once cooked, carefully remove the cod from the poaching liquid using a slotted spoon. Serve it immediately with your favorite sides. Alright, you lot, enough with the fancy stuff. Let's get back to basics with some good old-fashioned fried catfish. This is comfort food at its finest, crispy, crunchy, and downright delicious. First, let's prepare the catfish. Make sure it's cleaned and patted dry. Now, for the coating. You can use a simple cornmeal dredge or go all out with a seasoned flour mixture. I like to add a bit of cayenne pepper and paprika for a kick. Now, heat up some oil in a large skillet. We want it hot enough to make the fish sizzle, but not so hot that it burns. Carefully lower the catfish fillets into the hot oil, one at a time. Don't overcrowd the pan. Fry the fish for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side, or until it's golden brown and cooked through. Once cooked, remove the fish from the oil and place it on a wire rack to drain. This will help keep it crispy. Serve it hot with your favorite dipping sauce. For this next dish, we're going for a more hands-off approach: baked halibut. This is a great option for those who want a delicious and healthy meal without spending hours in the kitchen. First, preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. While the oven is heating up, prepare the halibut. Pat it dry with a paper towel and place it in a baking dish. Now, for the flavor. Drizzle the halibut with some olive oil and season it generously with salt, pepper, and any other herbs or spices you like. You can also add some lemon slices or sprigs of fresh herbs to the baking dish for extra flavor. Once the oven is hot, pop the halibut in and bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until it's cooked through. The cooking time will vary depending on the thickness of the fish. To test for doneness, insert a knife into the thickest part of the fish. It should flake easily. Once cooked, remove the halibut from the oven and let it rest for a few minutes before serving. For our final dish, we're keeping it light and healthy with some steamed sea bass. This cooking method is incredibly simple and results in a beautifully cooked fish that's full of flavor. First, fill a large pot or steamer basket with about an inch of water. Bring the water to a boil over high heat. While the water is heating up, prepare the sea bass. Pat it dry with a paper towel and season it generously with salt, pepper, and any other herbs or spices you like. You can also add some aromatics to the steaming liquid, such as ginger slices, garlic cloves, or lemon slices. Once the water is boiling, carefully place the sea bass in the steamer basket. Cover the pot and steam the fish for about 8 to 10 minutes, or until it's cooked through. The cooking time will vary depending on the thickness of the fish. To test for doneness, insert a knife into the thickest part of the fish. It should flake easily. Once cooked, carefully remove the sea bass from the steamer basket and serve it immediately with your favorite sides. And there you have it, you bunch of hungry hippos. 6 different fish cooked 9 different ways. Now get out of my kitchen and go forth and conquer the culinary world. Remember, if you can follow these simple instructions, even you lot can cook fish that doesn't taste like a dumpster fire. Now subscribe to my bloody channel, leave a comment below, and for God's sake get cooking.